Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars and welcome to today's pick a card reading. As you can tell by the title, today is gonna be a very interesting reading because we're going to look at what is happening once you met your true love and your future spouse, once you met the love of your life. What is going to happen? It's a very open-end question, but we're basically going to look. I feel like the last pick a card reading that I did is kind of like a part one. So if you're new to my channel, I would definitely recommend for you to check out the last pick a card reading. It's in a whole playlist, and the playlist you can find in the description box, where I did different topics about your true love and your future spouse, but the last one was about how your love story will begin. If you feel like you resonate with that energy, I feel like it's a continuation, because this is going to be kind of like, okay, you met your true love and your future spouse, you met this man, this woman that just feels right. It feels like a match made in heaven. It feels like love at first sight. And then what is going to happen next? Okay, you guys know each other. So we're basically going to look at what is happening once you met the love of your life. What is going to happen in your life, in their life, in the life of both of you, okay? Or what is going to happen the first couple of months, I would say, okay? Now, this reading is going to have an extended. Start off on YouTube, and then if you are interested in the extended, you can find the link in the description box. If you are interested in that, the link is down in the description box. But in the extended, I was thinking about, I have an app on my phone which is about the twin flame journey, or the journey between like soulmates, and it basically shows you where your true love and your future spouse is at when it comes to your journey to meeting each other. So I think I want to look at that. In the extended, we're just going to look at what's happening with your true love and your future spouse, and how close are you when it comes to the journey of meeting each other, or you know, what is something that you are currently learning, or what they are currently learning, is what I think I'm going to dive into in the extended. But I'm going to let you guys know by the end of the reading. So without further ado, in the next step you can choose between 3 images or numbers. If you feel indecisive, you can go on Google, find a number generator, pray to your spirit guides, and ask them if they can guide you to the right pile or guide you to your true love and your future spouse, and then the number generator will spit out a number. Okay, so we're going to look at, you are meeting the love of your life, love at first sight, the man or the woman of your dreams. What is happening next? Okay, I'm going to see in your reading, guys. Hello my lovely pal number 1, how are you guys doing? So you chose this beautiful image here with the birds. So let's see, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to look at the energy of, you know, when you meet your true love and your future spouse, what is going to happen? It's a very open-end question. I've already done kind of like a part 1, how your love story will begin. So if you are interested in that, I might put it in the description box, or like there's a whole playlist of future spouse readings, but you can also just look at the last future spouse reading that I've done in case you haven't watched it. But I was talking about like how your love story will begin, but this is more like an open-end question. So what is happening in your life, in their life, in the life of the both of you, or for both of you as you are meeting each other. This person's in your life, the man or the woman of your dreams is in your life. They are in front of you, they are in your phone, you say on your WhatsApp or whatever. Okay, so what is happening now? This is what we're going to look at today. I'm going to extend this reading on Patreon, just to let you guys know. The link is down in the description box as well. And I'm going to look at, I have an app on my phone that is called the Twin Flame Oracle. And I'm going to look at what they're going through, like what your true love and your future spouse is going through. And also where you guys are at when it comes to meeting each other, and just what your true love and your future spouse is currently going through. So if you want to watch that, it's down in the description box. But let's begin your reading. Pile number 1. What am I picking up here? By the way, I'm channeling and then I'm going to show you the cards. With you guys, oh man, it does make sense. Okay, because I told pile number 3 and 2, because I started with pile number 3 and 2 today, that I picked up with you guys that I pick up a strong winter energy. Okay, so I'm not saying that all of you guys, everybody that is watching, is gonna have like a winter love story, but I pick up a strong energy of a winter love story. Now, if it's not a winter love story, somebody here could be a winter baby, like you are born in winter season or they are born in winter season, is why I pick up winter energy. But for a lot of you guys, this energy that I pick up here feels like a winter love story. Okay, let me see what's going on here. What is happening once you meet your true love and your future spouse? Number 1, I pick up a strong energy of a lot of you guys watching me. You have like a strong passion for something. Okay, I'm talking about like you love art, or you love to create art, you love photography, you love poems, you love singing, dancing, writing. A lot of you guys, you have a strong passion for something. Okay, I'm talking about like you're the happiest when you dance, you're the happiest when you sing, you're the happiest when you write songs, you're the happiest when you write poems. It could even be that you have like a passion for like building furniture, you have a passion for, I don't know, all kinds of things, you know, writing stories, you know, you have a passion for theater, for karaoke. There's something going on where you have a strong passion here. Okay, you're definitely my artsy couple. Okay, because the card here came out. It's like my artsy couple. And I pick up, you guys are my couple. You guys are gonna have a lot of dates in, you know, like exhibitions and galleries, and, you know, looking at art. And then when you look at this art, you're telling each other what you interpret in that art. And then you're so sexually drawn to them because the way that they speak is so eloquent and intelligent and so thoughtful and so considerate. And you guys are spending a lot of time, like I'm seeing, in museums, in art galleries. If it's not that, you could even be like going to fashion galleries. Do you say fashion galleries? You could be like very drawn when it comes to like fashion or photography. You're definitely my art couple. If it's not that, I pick up architecture. Okay, so I'm seeing you guys here walking in the streets and you're looking at like beautiful architecture. I'm even being brought to sightseeing. So I do feel like someone here really likes sightseeing, or you really like, you know, architecture, where you like to look at buildings with like monuments and like, you know, like those fountains that have like sculptures of Greek goddesses and like, you know, like pillars, or like you know, places that have a lot of pillars. Or I'm pick up like, I'm also hearing somebody here has like a strong passion for antique stuff or vintage stuff, or like something like that is coming through here. And I'm seeing you guys really enjoying that together, where you go to an art gallery and you touch each other here and there, but you're also looking at the art. and you know what you interpret in that art, and then you maybe take a walk and then you look at the architecture. And I'm also seeing like a lot of lights here because we have the card here, the Hermit, which also tells me I do feel like you guys are going to spend a lot of time indoors, which tells me it might be winter season, or it might be like it could even be, if it's not winter season, it could be like a very rainy month, because I know, for example, in Portugal, like April is like the rainiest month, for example. So it could be like wintry season, or like a very rainy month, or you know, like a colder month. It could even be autumn season, but again, it doesn't matter what season. You close your eyes, you visualize your true love and your future spouse, and at some point they're going to stand in front of you. But I feel like with the Hermit here, okay, there's a strong emphasis on like light installation. So I do feel like you guys are going to go to really cool places, because I'm seeing like how the light is creating like optical illusions. This is what I'm being brought to. Wow, there's definitely something going on here where you guys are going to look and interpret a lot of stuff here. Okay, I even feel like you guys are gonna draw together or create art together. Okay, for example, in the city that I live in, there is like a concept, I forgot what it is called, but it's like you can get tickets to go to a bar, and in that bar there is like an established artist that teaches, like they rent this bar that is usually like open for everybody, but they rent this bar and then they sell tickets so that you know, an artist can teach art with cocktails, but also with like paintings. And this is what I'm being brought to, kind of like where you guys maybe are a little bit tipsy together and then you write music, or when you guys both are a little bit like tipsy, or you smoked something, I'm not judging, okay, where you guys smoked something or you drank a little bit, and then you start to create art, you start to write music, you start to write poem, you start to be very philosophical, ask philosophical questions, or you start to create like fashion designing, or you come up with really cool ideas, is what I'm picking up here. You're going to start to create art and vision boards and stuff like that. You're definitely my couple that also, I'm also hearing do it yourself, like recipes in the kitchen, or like building furniture or coloring furniture together, because you both have a passion for that, is what I'm picking up here. So you're both gonna do that together. I'm picking up like art and sex, you know, like I'm picking up art and sex, art and passion. I'm picking up like lustful kisses, or like you know, like where you kiss each other, where you make each other horny, but it's like somehow, I don't know, for some of you guys, even if it's not you, if you tell me you have nothing to do with art, your true love and your future spouse might be a very artsy person, or they might actually be an artist somehow, some way. Like they might be, you know, like booked for shows, you know, like if I say artist, I mean like artists can be a lot of things. Like they somehow are in the entertainment industry, or they create art for people to enjoy, okay? And I pick up the energy where you are going to be this person's muse, where they're going to tell you how they wrote this song because of you, or they're going to tell you how they created this art because of you. They're going to tell you why they got this idea for this gallery or this exhibition that they want to open up because of you. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? Where you're going to become the muse of your true love and your future spouse, or you're going to be each other's muse. That's what it feels like to me here. I pick up a strong energy of like, you guys are definitely my people. You love like even like beautiful places in the city is what I'm picking up here, or like something about architecture and lights and stuff like that, or the way lights are installed is what I'm picking up here. Okay. We also have the card here, house and buildings, which is the reason why I say I feel like you guys are going to spend a lot of time at home. Another reason why I say this might be winter season is because every time I look at this card, it reminds me of Charlie. What is it called in English? Yeah, I'm being brought to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Because if you guys remember this scene where the little guy was, you know, cleaning the shoes of Charlie, and it was like winter, so I pick up like snow in winter, okay? I don't know why. I'm also hearing for some of you guys, your spirit guides are saying you had a dream of a love story in winter season in your dreams, and it's like an indication that you chose the right pile. because I'm picking it up here, okay? So I pick up a strong energy here that you guys are definitely my couple. You guys are going to create art together. You're gonna really, you know, like I'm being brought to like a musician and a fashion designer, a dancer, and then like, I don't know, somebody who does architecture and sculptures and stuff like that. So I pick up a strong energy here. What is happening in your life? You're gonna just enjoy art. You're gonna enjoy beauty. You're gonna enjoy poetry. You're gonna enjoy like architecture. You're gonna enjoy music together. You're gonna enjoy dancing. You're gonna enjoy sounds and like colors and tastes. And you see, I'm like so consumed by that energy, okay? I feel like you guys being intimate is really going to inspire you to create a lot of stuff. Even if you tell me I'm not an artistic person, you might actually become like a very artistic person once you meet this person, because it's as if you get so inspired by their beauty. Like you get inspired by their voice and their beauty and their eyes and how they think and how they talk. And it's like when you look at another person, so I'm hearing, okay, I'm gonna say it like that. I'm picking up the energy where you look at this man or this woman and you feel like, you know, that's God's creation. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what I'm being brought to. Kind of like when you look at a man or a woman and you're like, oh my God, God is great, or it's God's creation, or look at how beautiful, what beautiful humans God creates. That's what it feels like to me here. And I feel like you guys are gonna feel the same way about each other, where you almost look at each other as art or like as a masterpiece is what I'm picking up here. You guys are gonna be drawn to each other's talent a lot. So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you're gonna, you know, like spend time in art galleries or in a studio, in an art studio or in a music studio, or playing guitar together, singing and writing together, okay? You could definitely be my couple that ends up making music together, that ends up, you know, opening up a gallery, or ends up opening up a restaurant, something along those lines, opens up like a kitchen, a bar, whatever it is, okay? And you know what the beautiful thing is? I feel like an energy where the both of you are not gonna know what time is, okay? It's like the energy where you're so consumed by art and passion and love and lust that you forget, you know, your baggage, or you forget, you know, thinking about the future. You're just in the present moment, and you're so much in the present moment that I feel like it's gonna feel like heaven on earth, or it's gonna feel like, because heaven and hell is a state of mind. So I feel like an energy where you're gonna feel like you're reaching kind of like a peace that you've never felt before, or like an awareness where you're so in the present moment that you hear every bird chirping and you notice every color. Does that make sense? It's kind of like when you stop rushing. It's like you're definitely my couple that takes it slow. When other people are rushing from left to right and left to right, you're walking slowly. You know, when other people are like in a rush or like grumpy, you're smelling the roses. I'm seeing you guys here like literally just enjoying earth together. That's what it feels like to me here. Okay. There's definitely a strong energy of also picking up here that you both are very goofy. Like you're both very goofy people, or somebody here is very goofy. And I feel like an energy where you guys are gonna have like a lot of like goofy, embarrassing moments where you're gonna laugh at each other and roast each other is what I'm picking up here. You're definitely my couple that you have like embarrassing stuff happening. Like, I don't know, like you get, how do you say that? You think, oh, your roommate is not coming, and then your roommate is coming and you guys are naked, you know, and you have to run in the bathroom, or something about where your true love and your future spouse, they have like, you know, a tree growing between their legs, and you didn't example where, you know, this man or this woman, they are growing a tree between their legs, and you didn't expect like your roomie to come in, and then it's like a very embarrassing situation. Or let's say you fall and trip, and your true love and your future spouse is like giggling a little bit, and then 2 seconds later they fall and trip. That's what it feels like to me here. And then you're like roasting each other or laughing at each other or something along those lines. It's like, I feel like you guys are going to have like a lot of funny, embarrassing moments, but it's like, it's not embarrassing. It's just like, you guys are very goofy, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening between the two of you where you're gonna laugh, and it's like you cannot stop laughing because it's like so embarrassing but also so funny is what I'm picking up here. Or where one person drunk dials the other person, and you recorded them and they dance very goofy is what I'm picking up here. There's something about where I feel like you both are very goofy people, or you crack a lot of jokes, or you are just very naturally very goofy, where a lot of embarrassing stuff happens to you and happens to them, and it's kind of like an insider watch how you walk and stuff like that. I feel like you guys are gonna bond over a lot of funny situations where people think you are goofy, or you maybe smoked or something like that, or you are tipsy and you do weird stuff. You go to a karaoke bar, it's so embarrassing, but it was also so fun, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I also feel like you guys are gonna spend a lot of time at home again. I don't know why, but I see like hoodies here twice. So I feel like an energy here where you guys are also gonna spend a lot of time at home being very cozy with each other. But again, the reason why I say that is probably because it feels like a winter energy here. Or let's say, for example, you meet them, but something happens and then you meet each other again in winter season. Or let's say, for example, you're not official with each other, so, or let's say for example it's a long distance relationship, and then you guys are only like officially together in winter season, but you could be meeting them before that. Does that make sense? But Spirit is highlighting here winter season. I also feel like you guys are going to play a lot of board games, or just games in general. Something about you guys are going to play a lot of board games, and I'm also hearing you're a sore loser, or something about you're a bad winner, and something along those lines. So I do feel like you guys are going to have a lot of like beautiful moments where you guys basically like play stuff together, dance together, sing together, cook together, is what I'm picking up here. It's really just enjoying life, to be honest with you guys. And I feel like, you know, whenever you are with them, you gain clarity about what truly matters in life. I'm picking up the energy here. Yeah, it's kind of like where you're healing each other from the stress in the outside world. Kind of like the outside world is so stressful, but when you guys are together, you are like children, or you are like two goofballs or two weird goofy people together. And it's kind of like it's healing you. It brings you balance when, you know, the other bubble or this other world is like so serious. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me here. You guys are goofballs together, okay? Because you know, usually you have to always be serious and responsible and stuff like that, but when you guys are together, you're doing some weird and goofy stuff, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I love it. Let's see what else is coming through here. What is happening once pile number 1 meets their true love and their future spouse? We have the Two of Swords here. Yeah, look at that. Peace, a peaceful mind. I keep feeling it, an energy of like, this is what heaven feels like. I'm hearing heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when I'm out with you, dancing cheek to cheek. That's what I'm picking up here, okay? It's gonna feel like heaven, to be honest with you guys, or it's gonna feel like a peace that you haven't felt in a while. I'm not telling you that only when you meet your true love and your future spouse you can experience peace, but it's a different energy when you experience peace with a person next to you. Does that make sense? Because sometimes the people next to us are not bringing us peace, they bring us maybe other stuff, but it's like experiencing peace and happiness with, you know, the love of your life. It feels like an energy where you're gonna feel like what it feels like to have a peaceful mind, or to have a peaceful soul, or to have a peaceful spirit here. Okay, how calm it's going to feel inside of you. Okay, I'm hearing how everything is going to feel so right. Yeah, that's also the reason why we have Zen vibes here. Okay, you know how some gurus or monks talk about like, you know, like you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing like people say, once I get this and get that, then I find peace. Oh no, ego says, once I get this and that, I find peace. But ego says, once I find this and that, then I'm going to find peace. The soul or intuition says, I find peace and then I get this and that and this and that. And I'm being brought to kind of like where you're gonna know what gurus and monks meant. This is what I'm being brought to. Like once you are in this relationship or connection, you're gonna really understand certain quotes, kind of like needing nothing attracts everything, or peace, when you find peace, everything comes to you, or peace in heaven and hell is a state of mind. All these like quotes of gurus and monks that you knew or that you thought you understood, you're gonna understand them on a different level, is what I'm picking up here. There's a strong emphasis of like, you know, like when people say like, oh, you know, like once you find peace, then you're gonna, you know, life is gonna become beautiful and you don't need anything to be peaceful. And you're like, what the heck are you talking about? I've never experienced that quote. Like, I cannot agree with that. But then it starts to happen. Does that make sense? It's kind of like where you're going to know what gurus and monks meant when they talked about like peace, and when they talked about like heaven or heavenly energy, or when they talked about like how important it is to follow your heart, or kind of like when you ask somebody, how do I know if somebody is the one for me? And then there's like this grandma that says, you will know when you see him, or when you will know when you see her, or your heart would tell you. And it's like all these like quotes of like spiritual quotes that don't make sense until it actually happens to you. That's what it feels like to me here. Okay, look at that. We have autumn season. It says, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvest of abundance. So there could be an energy again, which is the reason why I picked up winter season. So it could be an energy where autumn and winter season is going to be significant. There could be an energy where you are born in autumn season, they are born in autumn season, or you are born in winter season, or they are born in winter season, or you're actually going to meet in autumn or winter season, guys. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. What is happening between the two of you once you guys are meeting? Pile number one. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when I'm out with you, dancing cheek to cheek. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys here even listening to like old music. Yeah, listen, you know those oldies like Heaven, I'm in Heaven, or like Blue moon, you saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart. I'm picking up all these old love songs, and it's like they're so sweet and so simple, but you don't think that stuff like that still exists, or you heard these songs, or like so this is love, and it's like these songs are beautiful, but you never experience it. And I feel like you're gonna experience what they talk about in like old love songs, or like in like quotes, you know, that didn't make sense to you before. It's like, how can I find peace if I don't have what I want? And then it's like, it's gonna make sense is what I'm picking up here. I'm hearing life is going to make sense. Again, I'm not telling you you need to meet your true love and your future spouse in order to make sense out of life. I'm just letting you know there's a strong emphasis of like, oh my God, that's the meaning of life, or I feel like I found the meaning of life for myself, or like my soul feels in alignment with everything, you know. I'm also hearing I'm everything, but I'm also nothing. Do you see where I'm coming from? It's like so poetic and philosophical, but I feel like you guys are probably also going to have like these stoner conversations where two people like, you know, inhaled some green stuff, and then you guys are gonna, you know, like, I'm not telling you that you guys are doing it, but for some of you guys, you might do that. For others of you, it's naturally your energy. It's like, you know, the tree has feelings. And then this person's like, yeah, I always told people that trees understand us, but they never, you know, understood me, or they never believed me. And then you're like, of course trees have feelings. But then you guys are gonna laugh at each other like, what the fuck are we talking about? We're talking about the feelings of trees. Oh my God, I can't. Oh my God. Do you know what I'm also picking up here? It's weird because I'm picking up an energy of like laughing, but I also pick up an energy of like crying. Almost as if it's, I feel like you guys are gonna cry and laugh together. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with us? 1 minute we cry and 1 minute we laugh. But it's like almost as if, yeah, look at that. It's like where you're healing. You guys are talking and then one person is crying, and then you give each other a hug, and then you laugh again. It's like as if you go through mood swings, but it's not mood swings. It's just like you are healing each other. So that's why tears come out, and then there's laughter, and then there's tears again. But I feel like you guys are very goofy. I pick up a very goofy energy here. Let me get one more card. What is happening here? Pile number one. What is happening once pile number one meets their true love and their future spouse? We have daughter. You might be getting a daughter. Oh, that would make sense, guys, because I just saw pregnancy and then I'm seeing daughter here. So a lot of you guys, your first child with your true love and your future spouse might actually be a daughter. It doesn't have to be. The answer to your question involves your daughter. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so if you had a question in your mind, it says the answer to your question involves your daughter. Okay, so for some of you guys, there could be an energy where you already have a daughter, and I feel like you're gonna spend time, like as if your true love and your future spouse is gonna suggest cool stuff to do with you and your daughter in case you already have a child. And for others of you, you might actually have a child with your true love and your future spouse, and it's gonna be a daughter. Or you're gonna have a daughter first, and then, you know, like other kids are following. But let me see what else I want to do here. Let me get one last of these, and then we're going to go to the extended. Let's see what is happening once pile number 1 meets their true love and their future spouse. What is that other song? I pick up a lot of old songs. Now I'm hearing Fever by Peggy, and I'm also hearing what is that song called? That one song by Marilyn Monroe. I only love you, I only want you. What is it? It's not coming to my mind. Okay, you could just in general have like a passion for vintage or old stuff, because I'm also seeing like records here. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing records here, so I don't know what this would mean. I wanna be loved by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you alone. Boop boop be doo boo. That's the energy that I pick up here. It's very like light-hearted and funny and goofy. Okay, let's see. Let me get one more card here. What is happening between pile number 1 and their true love and their future spouse once they meet? What's happening here? Okay, that card wanted to come out. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. Let me see what that is about. Actually picking up here where you guys are going to become hyperactive. You know, sometimes people say like when you're in love, you have like double the amount of energy, double the amount of like, it's really true. Usually when you are in love, you have a lot more energy, or you're a lot more energized. You wake up 1 hour earlier because you have so much energy and you cannot wait till, you know, open your eyes again and talk to this person again. So I'm picking up an energy where you guys are both, I feel like an energy where you both have a tendency to be hyperactive, or it's actually going to come out once you guys are together, where there's a tendency of being like hyperactive, or like being like hyperactive goofballs is what I'm picking up here. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm hearing it's like it's even gonna, you know, piss some people off how much fun you guys have. Like you're my couple that you're laughing so much that you bother other people. That's what I'm picking up here. Okay. One last card. What is happening once you guys are meeting? Ace of Swords. Again, I'm hearing like life became so easy. I'm picking up the energy of like life is so easy, or I don't need more than that. Something about being deeply content and deeply grateful for your life, where you feel like you're not searching for anything. Okay, so yeah, it feels like a deep contentment, a deep like heavenly energy, a deep contentment of that's God's earth, or that's God's paradise, or I have everything that I need, is what I'm picking up here. Okay. Pile number 1, I'm going to extend this reading now on Patreon in case you guys are interested in that. I'm going to look at what your true love and your future spouse is currently going through right now. And I'm also going to look at where you guys are at when it comes to your journey of meeting each other. So if you are interested in that, the link is down in the description box. And if not, I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 2. How are you guys doing? So you chose this beautiful image here, and we are going to find out what is happening once you meet your true love and your future spouse. I've done kind of like a part 1 type of situation, the last future spouse reading that I've done, which was about like how your love story will begin. But this one, with this pick a card reading, I want to go a little bit like further, not just your love story, but just in general what is happening in your life and in their life, as you guys are meeting, okay? What is basically changing once you meet this man or this woman of your dreams. So I'm gonna channel the energy first. Give me a moment here, guys, because I want to tap in. For some of you guys, if you are a virgin and you want to wait until marriage, this is definitely your pile here, just to give you a heads up. Someone here could also be abstinent, where you want to wait, or you only have, you know, like sex with a person that you have feelings for, or it's not easy for you to get aroused, or you just don't like to have casual sex, or you had maybe like a history of casual sex but it's not your thing anymore, or you start to see that you don't really enjoy it anymore. And for others of you, you have been abstinent for a while is what I'm picking up here. If it's not you, it's definitely your true love and your future spouse. Somebody here hasn't had a peach cobbler in a while or somebody hasn't had sex in a while here is what I'm picking up. Okay, so somebody here is gonna it's gonna sound weird, but somebody here is gonna come into this connection very pure, or like abstinent, or somebody's coming into this connection where I'm hearing, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I'm hearing no nut November. So somebody's birthday here could be in November is what I'm picking up here. Somebody's birthday could also be on the 17th of any month. But I'm being brought to this weird stuff of like no nut November. So I feel like even if it is a guy, I feel like this person is purposefully not having, you know, intercourse with other people, because it's either like they don't want to do it anymore, or they feel like it's a waste of time, or there's a strong emphasis on somebody here hasn't had sex in a long time is what I'm picking up here. And I'm being brought to like movie scenes where there's like this woman or this man that hasn't had sex in a long time, or ever maybe for some of you guys, or you have been abstinent, or before you meet your true love and your future spouse, there's probably going to be a few years or a few months where you're abstinent and you're not, you know, like sex is not important, or you're focusing on other stuff basically. And what I'm picking up here is I'm seeing like a movie scene where like an energy where the man or the woman is seducing that man, or it's like, how can I explain that? Okay. So it doesn't matter what you're looking for, man or woman, but I pick up, it's like, I love it. Okay, so I'm seeing you guys, you're having a date. Okay, you guys are sitting across each other. It's like on a table, because I'm seeing like a restaurant here, to be honest with you guys, or like a bar or whatever you want to, you know, picture here, doesn't matter. And I'm seeing you guys sitting in front of each other. I'm going to show you the cards in a second. I'm seeing you guys sitting in front of each other, and one person is, you know, like giving the other person hints that they're ready. Okay, so there's like a strong emphasis on, you know, like for example, you are a woman and you know you have, you know, your power to seduce. Okay, and on that day you're like, okay, I'm gonna put this lipstick on, I'm gonna put my hair like that, and you are showing this man or this woman that you are ready to mingle. And you see that this man or this woman is like purposefully looking away, or is trying to be like, this is like an energy where somebody is super duper horny and the other person is very polite. So they're gonna be like very polite, or try not to, you know, like get seduced by you. It's gonna be kind of like a game. I feel like it's gonna be a game between the two of you where you're both very sexually drawn to each other, and it's kind of like an energy of like a game of seduction, but at the same time it's either you or them, or the both of you. You don't just want to do it like immediately, so it's going to be a tease in the beginning. It's kind of like where one day you are in full control. Okay, one day you are in full control, you have yourself under control, and the other person is losing their mind. And then the next date, you are losing your mind, and your true love and your future spouse is like very much in control. They leave their hands where they're supposed to be. Does that make sense? So it's going to be kind of like a tease between the two of you, because I feel a strong emphasis on where the both of you want to wait, or the both of you don't want to jump too fast into something, because of maybe what stuff that happened in the past is what I'm picking up here. Okay, because with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight, so your connection is gonna your connection is going to start off very slowly. And I pick up the energy here that you are going to be in awe of this person and how they treat you, because we have the goddess here. Okay, we have the goddess here, and it says, embrace the feminine, create and be gentle, nurturing yet strong. Do not listen to those who want to keep you small. Believe that you are as important as the stars in the heavens. And I pick up the energy here where once you are in a connection with your true love and your future spouse, and it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, you're gonna feel like you've never been treated like a king or like a queen, or you've never been treated with this much love and care and patience and gentleness. And I feel like it's gonna feel very weird for you, because this person's like, I'm seeing them tying your shoes, or I'm seeing them like, I don't know, like massaging you, but then not touching you. Like, for example, this would be like a man that is asking you, hey, do you want to get a massage? And you're like, oh, I know exactly what you're doing. But then they're giving you a kiss on the cheek and then they're leaving. And you're like, what the fuck? I did not expect that. It's like the energy, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I even pick up the energy where in the beginning, there might be hesitancy, because you might feel like they are a player and they might feel like you are a player. Or somebody here feels like the other person is a player, or I don't want to get burnt, okay? And then, so you're going to test this person. Like, it's like going to be like a few months. You're not touching each other, or there's not much happening between the two of you when it comes to like physically touching each other. And it's like, then you're questioning, like, maybe I was wrong about this person. This is what I'm picking up here. It's like where you're feeling like this person's just, you know, that's what every man does. Like, I'm not like the other guys. I'm not like the other girls. Does that make sense? But then it's going to be a few weeks that are passing, and every time you meet with them, you're just, you know, like, it's a complete opposite of what you expected. Does that make sense? But in a good way. So instead of, you know, looking at your boobs when you have like a huge, you know, like a huge, where your boobs are visible, they're giving you their jacket, like, does that make sense? It's like they're not giving into your seduction, or you're not giving into their seduction. You guys want each other, but it's kind of like the energy of, you know what, I want to know who you really are before I spread my legs. Does that make sense? And at some point you're gonna see that they're really not like the other guys or not like the other girls. Does that make sense? So they're gonna act very different. Like, you're not gonna be used to how they treat you. Like, again, they give you a massage and then they go home. They give you a kiss on your forehead and then they leave. Or I don't know, they're kissing your hand, or tying your shoes, or I don't know, they're like, something is going on here where they're treating you like a king or like a queen, almost to the point where you feel like you don't deserve it. That's what it feels like to me. I'm going to be very honest here with you guys. This is like a man or like a woman where you feel like, oh my God, how do I deserve such a kind, gentle man? How do I deserve such a kind, gentle woman? I do feel like there's going to be an energy where you're going to be a little bit like shocked about what a good man or what a good woman this person is, because you were wholeheartedly believing that 80% of men or women are douchebags, which is probably true. And then there's this man or this woman that is like completely different. They have a very different energy, is what I'm picking up here. We also have the card here. I didn't know this was inside of me. Okay, so I feel like you guys are, your energy feels like summer season. It doesn't have to be summer season, okay? This might just be a confirmation for somebody. You already felt in your gut that your love story might be in summer season. It's just a confirmation, but it doesn't have to be summer season, okay? But I pick up an energy here where, yeah, I do feel like it might be spring, summer, or autumn. It's definitely not winter season. Pine number 1 felt like winter season, okay? So I feel like you guys are gonna have a lot of like I feel like you guys are gonna have a lot of dates in nature, like literally, as this picture is showing us, like, you know, laying in a hammock in a park, or laying on a meadow looking at the stars, or sitting by a body of water, there's something about the sky. I'm picking up something about looking at the sky. You both could be interested in astrology, or I'm also being brought to a planetarium. Do you call it planetarium? It's like this place where you can look at the stars through a telescope. This is also what I'm being brought to. Or something about like, yeah, a lot of dates in nature, sitting on a meadow, having a picnic is what I'm picking up here, or sitting by a body of water, you know, like in a bikini or whatever. This is what I'm being brought to. That's why it feels like summer season. Okay, it feels like summer season to me here. Okay, and then we also have the card Food for the Soul. It says love is built on long nights of lost sleep and deep conversations. This is what I was talking about. I feel like you guys are going to be night owls together, meaning that you guys are going to be out and about at night a lot, or like evening walks, night walks, walks when you look at the moon or at the stars, or you both really love star or moon gazing, or there could be an energy where you both really like the nightlife is what I'm picking up here. Okay, not for everybody, but again it says love is built on long nights of lost sleep and deep conversations. So you guys are going to have a lot of deep conversations by a body of water in a starry sky, or the sun is setting and you're sitting by a pond or by a little lake and you guys are talking, you know, or there's an energy of, I also pick up a strong energy of, I pick up a lot of weather scenarios. I'm seeing like rainbow, and I'm seeing, you know, like shooting stars. I'm seeing, you know, like rain, and then the sun comes out and then there's a rainbow. So it does feel like, it doesn't feel like winter season, to be honest with you guys, okay? So I'm picking up the energy where you're gonna spend, like, I feel like there's a lot happening like in nature. I feel like you guys are gonna see shooting stars together. You could even be like looking at the stars and trying to find like a star constellation. Okay, somebody here might be into stuff like that, or they could be like showing you like that's that star constellation, or the star of Orion. Again, don't quote me on that. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I just heard that. Okay. Or it's kind of like where you guys are walking and all of a sudden it's raining, but it's like a summer night, or, you know, like a spring evening, and it's not even like cold, but you guys are completely wet, and then you're looking for somewhere to go and you both are laughing because you both look ridiculous, completely wet and stuff like that. This is what I'm picking up here. Okay, so you know what the funny thing is? I feel like an energy where there's going to be a lot of sexual tension between the two of you. Like you want to hop on this man or this woman and just take their clothes off, but you're both making the decision not to do it. Okay, it's kind of like, I know where this is leading me. I know where this led me in the past, and I'm not going to do that again. Or kind of like, I got distracted by love before. I'm not going to do that again. So you guys are spending a lot of time, I feel like, as friends. Or like you love each other, there's a strong connection between the two of you, but your dates are very innocent. That's what I'm trying to say. You will have like very innocent dates of like, you know, like, I don't know, just walking around. And, you know, I definitely feel like an energy where you guys are people that love to take a walk, or just walk in the city, or, you know, yeah, definitely feeling like you guys are like walking or hiking or being in nature, or you love water, or you love like sun gazing or sunbathing is what I'm picking up here. Okay. And for some of you guys, your relationship could actually start off as a friendship. Not for everybody, but somebody here, the way you meet your true love in your future spouse could actually be where you're friends first, or acquaintances first, or you guys meet through a friend of a friend of a friend. So you spend a lot of time as like, you know, as like 4 people together, like it's you and this man, this woman, and then also your friends and stuff like that. Could be the case for somebody here. I feel like you guys are going to take a lot of pictures. So yeah, it does feel like somebody here might have a Polaroid camera is what I'm picking up here, or someone here is very much into photography, or somebody here is really much into art is what I'm picking up here. Yeah, look at that. It says making memories, reminiscing, keepsake. So I feel like you guys are gonna do a lot of like crazy stuff, like you go mini golfing, like in, you know, like blue light, or you guys are having like long, like you guys are partying all night, or something about you see shooting stars together, or you know, like you look at the moon, you see like a red moon, or the moon is orange and stuff like that. There's definitely a strong emphasis on where I'm hearing, I feel like it's like summer love. I'm hearing summer love. I'm hearing like you guys are going to take a lot of pictures together, but you only take pictures together when you go to cool places. Does that make sense? So I feel like what is happening in your life is you're going to go to like very cool, extraordinary places, and you're going to take a lot of pictures here. Somebody here loves photography is what I'm picking up here. Okay. And now Spirit is showing me how, you know, one night or one day you guys are looking into each other's eyes, and it's like you cannot resist the sexual urge anymore. It's like you've been really good at, you know, not hopping on each other in the beginning or something along those lines, but then there's like this one night or this one evening where you guys look into each other's eyes, and you cannot control yourself anymore is what I'm picking up here, because we have imagine your future spouse more often to attract them, fully open up. Okay. And to be honest with you guys, what I'm picking up here is once you have sex with your true love and your future spouse, I feel like you're gonna, how can I explain that? It's either you or them, or the both of you. But someone here definitely has been like staying away from, you know, intercourse or whatever, or the peach cobbler. So what I'm picking up here is you're gonna have the best sex of your life, or okay, for me this feels like a man or a woman that has been abstinent, or I don't care about sex. Like it's not, you know, I've never had a climax. I don't see like the whole big fuss about sex or something like that. Someone here has that energy, and then you have sex for the first time, and I feel like you're gonna reach a climax you've never had before. It's like, how can I explain that? As if this person shows you how beautiful sex is, how beautiful it is to like feel the breath and the heartbeat and the sweat of another person on your skin. How good it feels to, you know, come together. So I do feel like what is happening in your life is where somebody here hasn't had sex in a long time, and they almost forgot how beautiful it is, or how your soul is connecting, like what happens when two energies come together, body to body, but there's also something happening with the soul and the spirit. Does that make sense? So I feel like an energy where you're going to experience, you know, it almost feels like sacred sex, or like it feels like sacred sex, or it feels like, what does it feel like when you have sex with the love of your life? It's gonna be like out of this world, or it's gonna be very intense, or it's like something about where I feel like somebody here had like a blockage when it comes to their sexuality. It might be you or it might be them, and you're basically helping this person to bloom, or where you guys are cuddling and kissing each other, but it's not like just the flesh. It's like where you're so consumed by love that you cannot stop kissing this person, or you love this person's smell. You love how this person smells down there. You love this person's saliva and liquid. I'm gonna be very honest, but that's what it feels like to me here, okay? And it's like you didn't know that, you know, feeling a person inside of you feels so good. So I do feel like I feel like an energy of like experiencing sacred sex, or experiencing how good it feels. Okay, to be honest with you guys. We also have the card here, 9th house, and it says foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, risk-taking. Okay. Now with the 9th house here, I feel like what is happening between the two of you, you might actually also take a lot of road trips together, or travel a lot together. Oh yeah, someone definitely here is like a virgin or has been abstinent. I'm going to be very honest here with you guys, because this door to me looks like, you know, the door between your legs. This is what it feels like to me here. I'm going to be very honest. Okay. And it's like almost as if the other person is showing you paradise, that, but like, you know, like why people love sex so much, or like how sex can heal you. I feel like there's something about sexual healing happening here. Okay, to be honest with you guys, let's get a few more cards here. What is happening once you guys are meeting each other? I'm just thinking which cards I'm gonna use. And then I'm gonna go to the extended, and in the extended I'm gonna look at what is happening with your true love and your future spouse right now, and where you guys are at when it comes to your journey to meeting each other. Okay, so if you are interested in that, the link is down in the description box. But let's see what is happening once pile number 2 and their true love and their future spouse meet. What is happening here? Okay, what is that about? Give me a moment here, guys. Oh my god, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I'm being brought to, what is that movie called, where The Runaway Bride. I'm hearing The Runaway Bride. This could be like a significant like movie. Maybe you've watched this movie recently, but I feel like someone here might get a little bit of cold feet. It's like this man is like too perfect to be true. This woman is too perfect to be true, to the point where somebody gets cold feet, or somebody feels like they don't deserve such a good woman or such a good man. Please, it's a blessing from God or the universe, but there could be an energy where this person, being, you know, the opposite of a douchebag, kind of, you know, fucks with your mind. Does that make sense? So you kind of like I'm hearing you're gonna start kind of like a healing journey, because it's this man or this woman is like, you're almost gonna feel like they're too good to be true. And there might even be people around you that are going to tell you this person's too good to be true, but you're spending weeks and months with this person to the point where there's no way that they play that. Does that make sense? It's really them. So there's something about, there's something about like, are they really innocent, or are they just playing? Like, is it just an act? Or are they really that innocent, or are they really that like simple, or are they really that nurturing, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, so there could be an energy where it fucks a little bit with your mind, that this person is like, too good to be true, can't take myself of you. Okay, for others of you, I feel like an energy where you're gonna be with your true love and your future spouse, not for everybody, and your ex is coming back, and your ex is asking you, hey, I want to go on a date with you. They might be sending you pictures like, do you remember 2 years ago we were here? Do you remember our anniversary? They might be sending you like pictures and stuff like that. They might be trying to seduce you, look good for you, buy a new shirt, buy a new dress, and then they hope that they are gonna come across you, and then you see them, and then you run back to them, but you're not. Okay. Let's see what is happening once you meet your true love and your future spouse. What's going on here? Just want to get a few more cards. Oopala. Yeah, we have the Hermit, and we have the King of Wands. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The King of Wands is really, really handsome, or really, really hot, or they have something that, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, but they have something that people are attracted to. It could be as shallow as long legs, or long hair, or nice boobs, or whatever. Or it could be like they're very like successful, they have a nice car, they have a nice watch. Okay, there's something that people are really attracted to your true love and your future spouse, or a lot of people are attracted to you. And there could be an oh man, okay, hold on guys, there's something coming through here. Wow, I'm picking up there's gonna be a confession of how you only want each other because you're both, again, a little bit like, am I enough for this person? Or because the King of Wands here, they can easily be a player. I could be tapping into your ex for somebody here, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, the King of Wands here, this is what I was talking about, okay? Because the King of Wands, he's very like freaking attractive, but in combination with the Hermit, it's like a man or a woman that, you know, like a man or a woman, they look so good. If they go out, they could easily find somebody, but they're staying at home and they're doing their own thing instead of being out there and getting women or getting men. But they look like trouble, or it's like, where they're too good to be true. And I pick up a strong energy here of, there might be a day where it's like a confession of love, like I only want you. Okay, I do pick up somebody's ex here, okay? Hold on, guys. Okay, I pick up somebody's ex. Somebody's ex gonna get jealous here. Or I'm picking up the, wow. Okay, this is not gonna be for everybody, but I pick up here, you know, there's gonna be a day where you're gonna tell each other like, you're the one for me, I only want you, or I don't care about other people, I don't even know why you think I care about them, like what do they have that is so amazing, you know, like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like where you feel like they could have better than you, and they're telling you, are you freaking crazy? What is better than you is what I'm picking up here. But I also pick up like, I'm seeing like an ex is coming through here, okay? And I pick up the energy where they will try to fight for you. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Somebody's ex might be coming here and they will try to fight for you, and they might be telling you they're not over you. And what is that? Because I'm hearing, why do you think hold on, what is that? I'm hearing, why do you think I never dated anybody else after you, is what I'm hearing. Because they're telling you, like, this ex might be saying, like, you know, why do you think I never dated anybody after you? Because I always wanted you. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to tap into that energy, but there could be something going on here. There's a strong emphasis on a day where you both are telling each other that you love each other, because you're both a little bit damaged from past relationships or something along those lines. And there's going to be like this day where you confess your love to each other, like, I only want you, you know, like, because the reason why I say that is because, again, do you feel like they look too good, or they're too successful, or they're too beautiful for you, or they're too something, and you need them to tell you. I'm not saying that you're needy, I'm just saying that it is nice to know that, how can I explain that? You see, I cannot even find the right words. So I do feel like there's gonna be like a day of confession, like telling each other, hey, like, I tried, you know, like, I've been with other women or other men before. If I wanted these other women or these other men, I would not be next to you. That's what it feels like to me here. So this might be an energy where you're going to have this conversation with this man or this woman, or the other way around. And I do not pick up any, I don't pick up, it's unhealthy. It's like where you are so in shock that somebody adores you so much. Or, yeah, there's something about, like, I've never been with a woman or a man like that treats me this good, and it scares me. That's what I mean. And you're both going to feel the same way. They're going to feel like, you know, you're too good to be true. There must be something that I'm not seeing. There must be, like, something that, you know, like when, you know, somebody's, like, offering you a lot of money, and you're like, there must be something that is not right here. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? Let's see, what is happening once you guys are meeting your true love in your future spouse? Look at that. I can't believe we made it. You see, you will feel like you cannot believe that the universe brought such a beautiful man or such a beautiful woman to you. It says celebration. I can't believe we made it. This is why we're thankful. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of worry between the two of you, but it's like, somebody here thinks the other person's too sexy or too beautiful or too successful, and there's gonna be a huge, like, energy of confessing the love, or something about, like, where I'm choosing you, I don't want this person, I don't want my ex, and stuff like that. Because I feel like there could be somebody's ex here coming through and they're trying their luck and stuff like that. So it might start a conversation or spark a conversation between the two of you, and then there's like this grand revelation of, like, you want each other, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, what is happening between the two of you? What's going on? Three of Pentacles, to be honest with you guys, what I'm picking up here with you guys is the love is gonna build up, okay? So I feel like it's gonna be like love at first sight, or you are totally mesmerized by each other, but you both have doubts, so you both are gonna be very guarded, or you're both gonna be very careful with each other. Okay, which is the reason why it's gonna build up to like the day where I love you. Or the day of like, I don't want this other person, I'm just, I don't want to get my heart broken. That's why I've been acting this way. Like, this is what I'm being brought to. So I feel like there's going to be a grand revelation of like, I love you, I'm just scared. I'm just doing this because I'm fearful. And then when you guys have this conversation, it's like it dissolves the knot. Does that make sense? So there could be like a strong emphasis of like, it's when the universe blesses you and you feel like you don't deserve it, or you feel like there must be something wrong, or where you're happy and you're scared because you're happy. This is what I'm picking up here, okay? Pile number 2, I'm going to extend this reading now on Patreon. I just want to look at what is happening with your true love and your future spouse right now. And I also want to look at where you guys are at when it comes to meeting each other. And we're just gonna... I have an app on my phone that is called Twin Flame Oracle, and I want to use it, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to get a few more cards and see what your future spouse is up to right now, or anything else that your spirit guides want you to know about your true love and your future spouse. So if you're interested in that, the link is down in the description box, and if not, I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. Welcome to your reading, guys. I'm actually starting with you guys, which is a little awkward when I start with pile number 3, but sometimes I want to switch it up. Anyway, pile number 3. As you can tell by the title, we're going to look at what is happening once you met your true love and your future spouse. I've done a reading that was similar to that, but it was more so I was more so focusing on how your love story will begin. Okay, so if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. I might link it down in the description box, or just check out like my channel. It's like the last future spouse reading that I've done on my channel. If you're completely new, because I feel like it's kind of like connected to each other. But in this reading, we're going to just focus on you meet the love of your life, you meet the man or the woman of your dreams, and what is going to happen next. So they are in your life, you are in their life, you guys are talking, okay, you guys are falling in love with each other, and then what happens next? Like, what is happening between the two of you? What is happening in your life and their life? Okay, so I'm going to tap into that energy. We're also going to extend this reading on Patreon, which the link is down in the description box as well. And in the extended, I was thinking about looking at where you are at on your journey to meeting each other, because I have an app on my phone that is about like twin flame, like the twin flame journey, and it shows cards. Like, it's an app literally that you can download if you want to. I might link it down in the description box. I'm not sponsored, but you can just check what they're going through, like what your true love and your future spouse is going through, and where you are at on your journey to meeting each other. Okay, so let's begin your reading. I'm going to channel the energy first, and then I'm going to show you the cards here and there. Okay, pile number 3. Before we begin your reading, I want to ask you a few questions. Just to give you confirmation that you chose the right pile. I feel like for some of you guys, pile number 3, you recently had like a health scare or health issues, or you have a long history of, you were very sick when you were a little child, and then it got better as you became a teenager, or someone here is very sensitive. It might be your skin is very sensitive, your stomach is very sensitive. Someone here that is watching me has had a lot of health issues in the past, or you have like a long history or a fair share of health issues or health scares, or there could be an energy where there's a lot of health issues running in your family. And I'm not just talking about your physical body, I'm also talking about mental health, where there's a long history of mental health problems in your family. Or this could be anything related to physical health, okay? Something about where there's like a lot of diabetes running in your family. So Spirit is telling me a lot of you guys that clicked on this pick a card pile, just to give you confirmation, I'm just going to say a few things that are coming through to give you a confirmation that you chose the right pile. Even if it doesn't ring a bell, just hang in there and, see if the rest of the energy resonates with you. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you recently had a health scare, or there was a very particular health scare in your life. It could have could even been like 5 years ago or like 2 years ago, something along those lines, okay? Or that you are trying your best not to have the same issues as your mom or your dad or somebody in your family, because you know they deal with diabetes, so you're more careful, or you know that your family has a lot of health issues, like mental health issues, which is the reason why you're so, like, why this topic is so sensitive. I feel like the topic health is very sensitive for you guys. Okay, and it's also going to be for your true love and your future spouse. We're going to talk about that in a second. For others of you, I'm picking up the energy here. For others of you, if it's not necessarily like you have like a long history of health issues or you had a fair share of health scares and stuff like that, I pick up the energy that a lot of you guys, you are currently very, very focused on becoming a success story, or you're very focused on manifesting money, magic money, your career taking off, a breakthrough when it comes to your financial situation. A lot of you guys, you have been very focused on making it big, or a rags to riches story, a success story, or you have been really, really working hard to have a specific amount of money so that you can travel, relocate, buy a house, or something along those lines. I feel like you guys are definitely my health pile. And I would not even say that for a lot of you guys, you might not even have, it might not even be your passion, but you just have a very sensitive body, or you are very sensitive. You know how some people can eat like crab for 20, 30, 50 years and nothing happens to them? And then other people, if they eat like crab for 1 week, they already start to have like skin irritations and their stomach is doing something weird or odd. And pick up the energy that your body is very sensitive, and you cannot just eat anything, or if you neglect your health, it literally shows immediately, like after 2 weeks. Or if you drink too much, you start to like have like weird symptoms, where a lot of people, they can eat like crap for years and nothing happens to them. They might have bad mental health, but physically their body is like nothing happens to them. And then there's other people, they just eat like one bad food and it like knocks them out for 1 week. Or like when you go out to drink on a weekend, you have to like recover for a very long time. Something about where your body is very sensitive to food. You might be also gluten, do you say sensitive to gluten, or sensitive to milk and dairy and stuff like that. Or again, where you have like a particular story in your life where your health was very, very bad, which is the reason why you have to be very careful with your health, or something along those lines, okay? And again, for others of you, I pick up the energy where you are very, very, very focused on a rags to riches story, success story. For some of you guys, you might even be watching a lot of movies right now where people, make it to the top. Or you might just be in general be a person, you are very, very, like inspired by people who had nothing and then they became rich, or, kind of like 8 Miles, or like Get Rich or Die Trying. This is the movies that I'm being brought to. Or kind of like people that were, grew up in a very rough circumstances and made it out anyway. You might be very drawn to these stories. You might be reading a lot of autobiographies by people like that. Or this might be an energy where you have a feeling in your gut and in your spirit that you were destined for wealth, or that you were destined to be a success story. Or people might have even told you that they feel like you're going to be successful in the future. Okay, there's something going on where you either feel like you are destined for success, or it might already happen, or people have already told you that. You might have heard it in tarot readings, but there's something about where you are destined to succeed, or you are destined to be a success story. For some of you guys, you are destined to be like the success story in your family, or the success story in your friend group, so that you show other people that it is possible. Something about where you don't accept a no, you don't accept the word impossible. Something about where a lot of you guys, and I feel like it's not even that, I know I'm talking a lot about you, we're going to get into your true love and your future spouse in a second, but I want to explain your energy so that it makes sense when I dive into the energy of your true love and your future spouse. But I feel like the energy here where this is not even about money. This is not even about like, oh, I want to be rich and stuff like that. I feel like an energy of you just want to be free, or you just want to become a master manifester, where you are very, you know, like interested in, you know, like taking back your power, because manifesting means power. Having enough money means power, right? It means the power to be free, the power to be free, or the power to, you know, like create your life the way you want it to look, and not to, you know, create your life based upon what is possible. Does that make sense? So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have a strong energy, or your spirit guides want you to know, that you were destined for success, and you were destined for wealth, or you were destined to live above average, or you were destined to become a master manifester. Okay, you were destined to manifest huge amounts of money. You were destined to manifest huge success, but it's like you were supposed to be a testimony to other people that it is possible. Okay, so let's begin your reading. Let's look at the energy between you and your true love and your future spouse. Once you guys meet each other, I want to show you the cards, and then we're going to talk about it. So we have the working couple here. If you tell me that you usually choose the pile where the reader talks about how you guys are going to meet at work, or for some of you guys, you might have tendencies to be a workaholic. It might be really hard for you to take a day off or to take a break, because you might feel like, no, you want to be productive, or productivity is very important to you to really make the best out of your life, make the best out of your day. And again, it's the same energy with your true love and your future spouse. So everything that I say about you, your true love and your future spouse is exactly like you. They're just the male or the female version of you, or they just have like a different history, but the core or the energy is the same, okay? So with this energy here, I feel like you might be meeting at work, or there could be a strong energy where you're going to bond over work, okay? Meaning that you're both very career driven. You're both, I'm also hearing you're both destined for a rags to riches story, or you were both destined to be successful and to be a testimony for non-believers, kind of like where you were supposed to, you know, be the testimony that the law of attraction or manifestation works, where you are the testimony that what you think you become, or what you think becomes reality, okay? And it's the same with your true love and your future spouse. You guys are meant to be like a power couple that kind of like helps other people to be in their power again, okay? So once you guys are meeting, you and your true love and your future spouse, once you guys are meeting, I feel like you're gonna bond over wanting to manifest together, okay? Or you're gonna bond over like the rags to riches story, where you guys are gonna watch movies. You're gonna bond over watching movies where you look at like a success story from people that were kind of like The Pursuit of Happiness or The Wolf of Wall Street and stuff like that. I feel like you guys are gonna bond over that energy, and I pick up the energy where you're definitely my people, where you guys are gonna talk like, oh, you know, when we buy our penthouse, you know, the kitchen is gonna look like this, and you know, the bathroom is gonna look like that, or you know, like how are we going to raise our children? We're not going to just give them money. We're going to make them work, and we're going to make them become ambitious. Does that make sense? So there's an energy of like, you are definitely is happening when you meet your true love and your future spouses. I feel like you're going to start to manifest together, to read positive affirmations together, to dream together, to visualize together. You're definitely my manifestation pal. I feel like you are going to talk about like your visions and stuff like that. And I feel like you're also going to be accountability buddies to each other. Like, did you journal today? Did you manifest today? Did you pray today? You might also be my couple that is trying out different manifestation techniques to find out what is the right one for you. Or you guys are actually going to talk about it, like, how do you manifest, or what is your manifestation story, where you are going to share your success stories or your manifestation stories. Like, oh, you know that 5 years ago something weird happened, like I drew something, I wrote something down and it came about. So you guys are definitely my pal that manifests together. Oh my god, do you know what I'm hearing? But that's so weird. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I'm hearing a couple that manifests together, stays together. You know, the thing is, Spirit is telling me it's not about just manifesting for no goddamn reason. It's about how two people have the same passion. So I feel like you both are going to have a strong passion for manifesting the law of attraction, for coming into your power, where I actually want to say that I'm pretty sure that you and your true love and your future spouse, at some point in your life, you felt like life is pushing you around, people are pushing you around, where you felt like a little mouse, or you felt like super duper weak, you felt like you are powerless, you felt like there's nothing that you can do, and there was something happening in your life as well as in your future spouse's life that really pushed you to come into your power, where you don't take no for an answer, or where you work really, really hard to, you know, be in a position of power. I feel like the energy that you are both going to have a passion for making money, you're both going to have a passion for being very career driven, you're both going to have a passion for, oh, I want to retire earlier, I want to have a lot of money on my bank account for my future children. You guys are definitely going to bond over it, almost as if manifestation becomes a play between the two of you, where you guys are, you know, like talking about how different. I feel like you guys are going to also, you know, start experiments where you are manifesting together, or what happens when we do this for 2 weeks, what happens when we do this for 1 month. I feel like an energy where you guys are, you might even be talking about Neville Goddard or Abraham Hicks, in case you are going in that direction, or you're just going to share kind of like stories about how the impossible came about, or how you manifested something on a full moon and stuff like that. Okay, I feel like a true love and your future spouse goes in the same direction, where they have some type of routine, or they do some type of prayer, or they pray to their ancestors or something along those lines. But I feel like you are definitely my couple that is destined to become rich, that is destined to become wealthy, that is destined to become successful, but as a testimony that I'm hearing that God is great, or as a testimony that the law of attraction is real, is what I'm picking up here, or that, you know, that everything is meant to, is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I pick up the energy that once you are meeting each other, you and your true love and your future spouse, once you guys are meeting each other, you are going to manifest like there's no tomorrow. Kind of like where you snip and in the next second you manifested something. I pick up an energy here because we have the card here, easy does it. Easy does it. It says, stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. Okay, so pile number 3, I feel like once you meet your true love and your future spouse, you both are going to manifest like there's no tomorrow. You both are going to manifest stuff that you thought was impossible. Like you thought it was impossible to manifest something within 3 days. It happens. And it's like, it's even big manifestations or even big things that are coming to you. And you know, the thing is, I remember Stargirl, the practical witch, talking about in a reading, she talked about how usually you manifest the most when you are in love, because love is like a very strong frequency, it's a very strong energy. You know, when we look at, you know, energy, that one of the highest vibrations or one of the highest frequencies is actually love and harmony and peace and stuff like that, right? So I pick up the energy, you guys are going to be so in love with each other that manifesting is going to be very easy for you, okay? Once you meet your true love and your future spouse, you guys are going to manifest stuff that, again, you thought it was not possible to manifest big things in 1 week or in 3 days. You didn't know that it was possible to manifest something in an instant, okay? Something about where, even if you tell me you've been a good manifestor before, I feel like once you meet your true love and your future spouse, it's just going to go to the next level. Kind of like an energy where there's no boundaries to how powerful you are, or there's no boundaries to, I don't know, there's something going on where, and I don't want to bring the message across that you need to find or meet your true love and your future spouse in order to manifest. I'm just letting you know that it's going to become like so easy for you to call in things and attract things into your life, especially money. I feel like once you meet your true love and your future spouse, you guys are so in love with each other that your energy is so intense and so strong, so powerful, that bringing money to you is going to become very, very easy, okay? Something about you guys are going to manifest money like crazy, like it's going to look crazy and bonkers to other people. Okay, if you tell me you've never been interested in manifesting huge amounts of money, or you've never been interested in becoming a success story, I feel like this might be, if you're telling me you're not aligning with that energy, I feel like it's your true love and your future spouse where they are destined to become wealthy, or they're destined to become successful, or they're destined to be a testimony to other people what is possible, to share kind of like the secret with other people that the law of attraction is real, that or to share techniques or something along those lines to give. Because if you think about it, if everybody would be a good manifester, then it would also mean that the power comes back to humanity. Because if you think about it, there's just a few people that run the world, or a few selective people that run the world, that run what information is being, spread, that, make decisions about the school system, or about like, because if you think about it, the people that run the world are businessmen. Maybe there used to be, back in the days, there used to be like kings and queens, emperors and empresses, where they had some type of like responsibility to take care of the civilization, or to take care of, humankind. But as we progress, I feel like it's more business than responsibility. Does that make sense? So now the people that are in power are people that are business people, they're all about business. So a lot of aspects when it comes to making sure that humanity is okay, or that humanity is healthy and stuff like that, it's not as important anymore as it maybe used to be back in the days with different civilizations. So if you think about it, if these people are businessmen and, they are powerful enough to make huge amounts of money, because making money or becoming rich, there's a power behind that, there's knowledge behind that. It doesn't just fall in somebody's lap. The energy, because I want to tell you something. I know it's like I go all over the place, but I want to say something to you guys, because I feel like you are on the road to success. Or again, this might be that your true love and your future spouse is actually a wealthy man or a wealthy woman, or they are on a journey to become a rags to riches story, or they are meant to be wealthy in this lifetime, or to reclaim kind of like your power, to reclaim your wealth and your power. Because these businessmen that run the world, again, there is knowledge behind that, there is strategy behind it. If you look at the universe and if you look at the world, nothing is ever just happening, right? The way the trees grow, the way the sun is rising and setting, the way there's a lunar cycle, kind of like a new moon, a full moon, the way a baby is born. It's like everything, there's a pattern in everything. If you look at the universe, there's a pattern in everything. That's why I don't believe in coincidences, because there's a pattern, like literally, where, for example, there's like this golden spiral or this golden ratio that you almost find in everything in this entire universe, meaning that the universe works through systems and strategies and patterns and stuff like that. So there is a strategy, or there is, a secret behind people that are wealthy. Some people are born in wealthy families, but that's not where the story begins, right? There is usually like an energy behind that brings that, that brings that wealth to people. If you are not born in a wealthy family, some people just stole stuff from different civilizations, and it's like, I don't want to go too much into it. What I'm trying to say is that I feel like it's your true love and your future spouse is gonna kind of like introduce you to the world of, this is what you do in order to be powerful and in order to make things work for you. Because with the Two of Swords, if you look at this card, it feels like what I'm actually being brought to? I'm being brought to movies where there's like a couple, and that couple is intelligent, very, very intelligent. And then there's like these bad guys, these bad businessmen. I'm seeing like a casino table, and it's like a casino table, and then there's like this bad guy or this villain sitting in front of you. And this villain is usually like a businessman, or usually is very greedy and stuff like that. This villain thinks they can trick you because they feel like they have more knowledge than you, right? This is like a cliche storyline in movies where there's a villain, and this villain has more information, has more power, and has secret information, or just does something behind the scenes that brings a lot of success to them. And then usually they play their cards by or what makes them so powerful is that the person in front of them does not know. Does that make sense? Because if the knowledge is spread, then everybody becomes powerful and not just a select few, right? If everybody has knowledge about how something works, then everybody has the key to becoming powerful. So usually people want to keep the power or the secret to themselves so that not everybody has the power to make big things happen. So I'm seeing an energy where you and your true love and your future spouse, you're like both dressed in black, like a poker face and stuff like that. And it's like you have the same knowledge as this person in front of you, as this villain, just to describe the energy. And it's like a casino table and you're playing your cards right. That's what it feels like to me here, where manifesting money or manifesting is starting to become a game between the two of you, or you're going to really have a lot of fun becoming powerful together or manifesting together, or where you're both going to witness miracles. Like you're going to witness a miracle in the life of your future spouse and they're going to witness a miracle in your life. It's like, oh my freaking God, like we are so powerful. It's an energy of like, ever since I met you, I have been so powerful. Money has just been coming to me. Like I don't even have to do anything. Everything comes to me so easily. Manifesting becomes so easy to me. Even like, let's say for example, you are an author, a singer, a songwriter, even if you do any creative projects. Ever since I met you, I'm hearing your true love and your future spouse speaking, or it might be something that you would say to them. It's like, ever since I met you, I've been writing one book after the other. Ever since I've met you, I've written one song after the other. Like I completed my whole album, just an example. Or ever since I met you, I have so many creative ideas and I have so much energy and I put out so much content, for example, if you're doing something. Or ever since I met you, like I have so many clients with my business or my work, like I'm hearing you must be my lucky charm. Oh my God, this is so freaking cute. I'm picking up the energy where you're both gonna look at each other as like a lucky charm. Hold on guys, because I'm hearing a song. What is it called? Something about like I think the song is called Best Friend by 50 Cent, but he says something like, hold on, I want to check the lyrics, because I feel like he says something like if you are my blessing, then I must be lucky. Hold on guys, let me see. Guys, I cannot find it, but I think he says something like, I feel like you're both gonna look at each other as if you are like a lucky charm to each other. Like, this is suspicious. Ever since you are in my life, things are just happening. Kind of like, this is so funny. Okay, I pick up the energy, especially if you are into witchcraft, or especially if you are into manifestations, working with energies, moon magic and stuff like that. I'm seeing like your true love and your future spouse like smirking at you. They're looking at you like, your name, like pile number 3. Are you doing something that I'm becoming so successful? Like, do you do any spells or something like that? And you're like, no, I'm not doing anything. Or it's like the other way around. I also feel like you're going to manifest for each other. I know it sounds very bonkers, but I pick up the energy where you're going to look at each other like, ever since you are in my life, like, I have so much luck. I don't know where it comes from. Like, why am I so lucky? Ever since you are like in my life, life is so easy is what I'm hearing. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Ever since you are in my life, life is so easy. That's what I'm hearing. I've been struggling with this and I've been struggling with that, and I meet you and all of a sudden, like, let's say for example, I'm picking up the energy of like you had a bad connection or relationship with your boss. Yeah, your spirit guides are here. And then you meet this man or this woman and you're like, it's so suspicious. Do you know what I'm even seeing? I'm even seeing like, let's say for example, you have a boss. I just want to describe the energy. It's not going to be like that for everybody, but I like to work with, like metaphors. Let's say for example, you have a boss and this boss doesn't like you, okay? And then you meet your true love and your future spouse, and your true love and your future spouse comes to your company, picks you up, and your boss sees your true love and your future spouse. And your boss is starting to talk with your true love and your future spouse, and your boss really, really likes your man or your woman, like, like, wow, this man or this woman is great. And then your boss starts to become very, very kind to you because they actually like your partner. That's what it feels like to me here. Something about, I keep picking up the energy here of, okay, for some of you guys, it's going to be a little bit shallow, okay? So I'm not going to lie, because I pick up the energy where, like, let's say, for example, you know, like you are not, how can I explain that energy? Because we have very strong energy here, guys. We have wealthy couple here, I'm not gonna lie. We have here wealthy couple, and we also have celebrity, high social status, and public figure. Okay, if I could describe the energy, for me it feels like there's gonna be people that are just kind to you, or are just kind to your true love and your future spouse because you are successful or they are successful. So you're gonna start to see that, let's say a waitress was always like grumpy to you. She was always like, you know, this waitress hates you, she doesn't like you. And then you go to this coffee shop with your man or your woman, and all of a sudden she's nice. And you know, it's like fake nice because she sees that your woman or your man is successful, or it's somehow visible that I'm hearing that your man or your woman is a big dog, or they have like a boss energy, or they have like an energy of like destined for success, destined for wealth. Maybe they look like a model, maybe they just have something very powerful about them, their aura. So they start to become like super duper nice to you, and you're like, this bitch is so fake, she always was mean to me, now that I'm with you she's nice and stuff like that. Okay, so I do pick up an energy like that, in an energy where like shady people all of a sudden become nice to you, or again the other way around. I don't know who has this whole destiny and success. I feel like it's the both of you, but this is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I'm also hearing the song summer, winter, spring, and fall. I'll be around to catch your call, 'cause you're my baby and you're amazing. I think it's called So Amazing by 50 Cent. If you couldn't tell, I'm a big fan of like old school music. I think it's called So Amazing. Hold on. And it's so funny because I picked up in pile number 1. This doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but in pile number 1 I picked up a winter love story, or where there's something going on in winter season. And I feel like in pile number 2 it was more so summer. Now with you guys, I'm not quite sure. I cannot really 100% put my finger on it, but it's interesting because I'm hearing the song where she says summer, winter, spring, and fall, I will be around to catch your call, 'cause you're amazing and you're my baby, or something like that. So give me a moment, guys. Yeah, it says summer, winter, spring, and fall, I will be around to catch your call, 'cause you're my baby, and I adore you. And it's interesting because the card that came out for you guys is Love Call. Okay, so I feel like your true love and your future spouse is very, very talkative, or it is you, or it's even the both of you. Somebody here really likes to talk on the phone, or somebody really likes FaceTiming. If you tell me you don't like FaceTiming and you don't like talking on the phone, it's definitely your true love and your future spouse. I'm also picking up the energy here where, yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be on the phone a lot. Something about where you're going to fall asleep on the phone, or the first thing, I pick up an energy where your true love and your future spouse, they want to, fall asleep with your voice on the phone. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like you both have workaholic tendencies, or there could be an energy where your true love and your future spouse is actually like really, very, very busy, because they are like a businessman, a businesswoman. They have a lot to, focus on. They could have like 2 or 3 jobs, or they could have like a very high demanding job, meaning that I feel like they don't always have time to just sit around and lay around and stuff like that. So I feel like an energy where they're gonna call you a lot, or it's like, even if they are super busy, they're gonna call you a lot, or you guys are gonna fall asleep on the phone or something along those lines. Okay, because with the love call, this is definitely an energy where this person is always calling you to tell you that they love you, like where you're asking like, hey, what's up? And they're like, no, I'm just calling, to see how you're doing. You might not even talk on the phone. They just, want to be on the phone. There could be an energy where there's also going to be a moment of drunk dialing, where maybe they drank a little bit. And usually I feel like this might be a person, when they are drunk, they usually call the person that they love, and then they tell the person how much they love you. So there could be an energy where your true love and your future spouse might be drunk dialing you and telling you that they're so in love with you, and then the next day it's like super embarrassing for them, but for you it was like very endearing and cute. But overall, I pick up the energy again. The song says summer, winter, spring, and fall. So I I feel like your energy could actually be either like a spring or a summer love story, but again, it doesn't have to apply for everybody, okay? Just for example, you had a dream of like a man or a woman and you feel like it's your true love and your future spouse, and if you look at this dream and you look at the scenery, was it winter, was it autumn season, was it spring, was it summer, and you feel like, oh my god, you know, in my dream it was summer where I met this mysterious man or this mysterious woman, then it's a confirmation. But I don't want you to, you know, get too carried away with any season, okay? Just continue to focus on manifesting them. Continue to focus on visualizing your true love and your future spouse, and they're gonna stand in front of you. Anyway, so I pick up the energy here where there could be an energy where you're both gonna kind of like your status is gonna rise because you make the impossible possible, or you are manifesting so huge that people look at you like, my god, you're so fucking powerful, like nobody in our family has ever made it. Like where you guys, I feel like what is happening between the two of you once you guys are meeting is you're going to witness how you're making it. Like you're going to be a couple that really rises to the top, or you're making it together, okay? Something about where your social status is going to rise, where people treat you differently because they feel like you are successful, or you are next to a successful man, a successful woman, or something along those lines, or just like people in your circle are going to treat you differently because like your status, or it's like your status is rising. But I feel like it's, how can I explain that? It's like people are going to see what a powerful manifestor you actually are. It's going to be like beyond their imagination. So they're going to start to kind of like treat you differently is what I'm picking up here. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is, which I, you know, started your reading with, is that you are also going to be on a health journey. You and your true love and your future spouse, you're definitely going to be on a health journey. I would not be surprised when they're going to tell you like, I was sick for 2 years, didn't know what happened to me, then I started to become vegan, vegetarian, or I couldn't eat meat anymore, or I had to start drinking smoothies. Or I feel like your true love and your future spouse went through a health scare that forced them to focus on their health, okay? So you guys are definitely going to bond over that, because I feel like you have a history like that too. Or it could be something that runs in your family and you have like and I'm going to put it in quotation marks, an unreasonable fear that what runs in your family might also, you know, happen to you. And I feel like they might have like the same energy where they're like, how do you call that? Like where health is a very sensitive topic because something happens, so you're extra careful. Like you're more careful about your health than other people. So I feel like I'm seeing you guys here drinking smoothies together, making salads together. Something about you guys are going to go to the gym together is what I'm picking up here. You guys are going to meditate together, take a day off. I'm even picking up a strong energy of self-care where you're both going to a massage. You know, like you're both getting a massage treatment, like with hot stones on the, you know, like on the back, or you're both going for a manicure and a pedicure, or like a face mask is what I'm picking up here as well, where you're, you know, like taking a day off on a Sunday, putting on a face mask and stuff like that, and putting cucumbers, you know, like, or massaging each other, because I feel like you are definitely my pal that works so hard that you just drop in your bed, okay? At the end of the day, you're just gonna drop in your bed because you worked so hard. It was a very long day where you wake up at 6 and until, I don't know, like 10 in the evening, you are working so hard, and then you're just falling, you know, you're together falling in the bed, being completely, you know, exhausted. So I pick up an energy where health is going to be a very, very important topic between the two of you, where if you tell me you are a vegetarian or a vegan, pescatarian, or you focus on your health right now, I feel like your true love and your future spouse is going to join you. They might either say, hey, I've, you know, done the same thing. I never ate fruit and vegetables, but something happened to me, and ever since I changed my diet and I never felt better. So they're a true believer in, for example, veganism. They're a true believer in eating vegetarian, or they're a true believer in eating fruits and vegetables, or eating healthy, eating clean, or something along those lines. And you're going to bond over eating clean or eating healthy, where you're going to restaurants that are maybe vegan, vegetarian, or where you are I'm also picking up the energy of like cooking together, because we have the kitchen here. So I pick up like cooking healthy meals together, or something about making ice cream together, making, you know, like homemade lemonade together, or like eating very healthy is what I'm picking up here. Yeah, I feel like you guys are definitely gonna bond over eating healthy, because you both have a history of like, if I don't eat healthy, I just, you know, like I cannot do it. People around me, they eat unhealthy all the time, but I can't. Like, let's say for example, again, like when you your hangover is like very, very bad, or when you don't drink enough, you just faint. Other people can drink 1 glass of water each day for, you know, like 10 years, 20 years, and nothing happens to them. But if you don't drink enough, your body's already responding. They have the same thing. If they eat the wrong thing, they're gonna sit on the toilet for the rest of the day. So you're both very focused on, is this gluten-free? You know, is it healthy? If it's not food, it could be just mental health. Very, very strong energy of like, I need to meditate before I go out. I need to say my positive affirmations before I go out. I need to, you know, like go to the gym before I do anything, because the gym helps me to get over my anxiety. You guys are definitely going to bond over that. Meditating together, going to the gym together, checking in. Hey, how do you feel today? Are you okay? And you might be saying, I feel a little bit anxious today, and then you guys are going to do something about you feeling anxious, or, you know, my stomach hurts. Then they're going to make you like a tea with like herbs and stuff like that, or the other way around. Okay, something about having a strong immune system. You might even bond over like you know, where you maybe both have like a similarity of eating like, or using vitamin supplements, or being very like focused on, you know, having all your vitamins and stuff like that. Your vitamin take in is what I'm picking up here. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be a very, very healthy couple, and like your strength or your power actually comes from being healthy. If I could describe your connection, it's definitely health is wealth, where you are both on a health journey, which then leads you to a wealthy journey. Okay, something about a healthy lifestyle is very, very important to you, and the byproduct of a healthy lifestyle is actually manifesting a lot of money, a lot of opportunities together is what I'm picking up here. Picking up the energy where you're going to be so like mesmerized by them, because for example, they make a smoothie bowl for you and you're like, oh my god, the man of my dreams. And then he also takes care of like his health, and, you know, I'm vegan or I'm vegetarian, or I love fruits and vegetables, or I want to lose weight. And this is like the perfect scenario. Does that make sense? Where you're looking at him or her and you're like, oh my god, she made me breakfast, very healthy breakfast, you know, like strawberries and, you know, like maybe fresh made you know, salmon for some of you guys if you eat fish. Like, oh my god, you know, this plate looks like heaven, it's so healthy and stuff like that. And then it was served by this beautiful woman or by this beautiful man, and what can I ask for more is what I'm picking up here. Okay, another thing that I want to tell you guys is I feel like what is happening once you and your true love meet each other. Again, there's something about I'm picking up like the energy of like Matrix with Neo and his woman. I forgot her name. Kind of like it's like a power couple that makes big moves together, that manifests together, that manifests a car, a house together, that is manifesting travel opportunities together, that is manifesting like a second, third, fifth source of income. You guys are going to manifest retiring earlier. You guys are going to manifest that you know, that life is beautiful, but you're gonna work fucking hard for that. I'm seeing you guys taking a lot of naps together as well. Kind of like you guys come from the gym, you both are taking a nap, you know, like I'm even hearing like you guys are definitely my early birds, like waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you tell me this doesn't sound like me, you might be very surprised once you meet this man or this woman, because you're going to be very energized, because love is also energizing us. So it doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but it's like you know, like waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning with the sunrise, going to the gym together, then you guys are coming home, taking a nap, then you guys are meditating, manifesting stuff together, you know, cooking healthy is what I'm picking up here, because I feel like you both have like a huge goal in mind. Okay, Now, I'm also picking up the energy here. If it's not you and your true love and your future spouse becoming wealthy or manifesting a huge success story, this might be an energy where as soon as you guys are in a connection, you might start to attract very wealthy people. Kind of like where there's like a wealthy man or a wealthy woman that really likes you. Kind of like where there's a wealthy man or a wealthy woman that really likes you as a couple, and so she offers you like an opportunity or she offers you something. Does that make sense? Where there's like this, you know, this woman or this man and they really like the both of you, or I don't know, something is going on where someone here, it might be you or them, is like, I'm hearing us catching a big fish or like a big client that somehow is going to change your life, or somehow something is happening here. So you're definitely, once you guys are meeting, manifestation is on point, instant manifestation, money coming to you out of nowhere. It's easy for you to manifest money. It's easy for you to, you know, like make big moves and make big things happen that you didn't know you were capable of doing. Like you're gonna feel extremely powerful in this connection, okay, is what I'm picking up here. Another thing that I'm picking up here is you guys are definitely gonna think about, I'm also picking up, you're also my couple that likes to invest, kind of like a little bit futuristic, like where to invest your money in what, and what is going to pay off in 10 years, like very future. It's like a very futuristic energy of like retiring early, where to you know, like put your money, saving a lot of money for like big things, or to, you know, like a huge savings account is what I'm picking up here, in order to, you know, buy this house or go on vacation and stuff like that, okay? Another thing that I'm picking up here is there might be an energy where you and your true love and your future spouse, you're both going to feel like you want to live elsewhere. So no matter where you guys are meeting, you're going to feel like you don't want to be where you are, meaning that you might want to move cities, or you might want to move countries. So I feel like what is then happening with you guys is you guys are going to travel a lot, and you guys are going to kind of like look for your home. Does that make sense? So you're going to, you know, go on road trips and, you know, travel places because you know where you live. You don't want to spend the rest of your life there, or you feel like you want to see more than your hometown, or you want to see more, or you want to live in different countries, even if you come back to your hometown at some point, but you want to live in a different city or in a different country. If you tell me, Cynthia, that doesn't resonate with me, again, this is a prediction about the future, okay? Meaning that a lot of things can start to happen inside of your soul and your spirit once you meet this man or this woman. So I do feel like you guys are going to travel here and there, take road trips and stuff like that until you kind of like find home. I'm literally seeing you guys, you know, like taking a walk in a different city or in a different country. And it's like an evening walk. The sun is setting is what I'm picking up here, okay? Kind of like this, you know, where the sky is orange and you're looking up and you're telling your true love and your future spouse, like, this city is so beautiful, like I don't even want to go home anymore, or it feels like home to me. And then your true love and your future spouse says, yeah, me too, like I've never been so in love with a city or a country. And then you're actually going to decide that you want to stay there. So I feel like you're both going to be on a journey to find home, but it feels like in a different city or in a different country, because where you're living, it doesn't feel quite right, or you're both very adventurous where you do want to live elsewhere for a couple of years and maybe then go back to your hometown. Does that make sense? This is what I'm picking up here as well. Okay. Once you guys are meeting, I also feel like an energy where you guys are going to seduce each other every weekend, okay? There's something about, I pick up the energy of the love language. One love language that I pick up here is gift giving. Okay, someone here has a love language of gift giving. The other person has a love language of physical touch, where it's like, I pick up here, this might be you or them, where you're gonna surprise your true love and your future spouse with different lingerie, and maybe you're also gonna do like some very crazy stuff in the bedroom and stuff like that, where you're always surprising your true love and your future spouse, or the other way around, with like different stuff in the bedroom, with, you know, like candle wax and feathers and handcuffs and stuff like that. Kind of like where you guys are very adventurous even in the bedroom. Every weekend there's something different, or you know, surprising your true love and your future spouse with a sexy outfit or a sexy weekend. Okay, I feel like you guys are definitely gonna also go out and dance a lot. I feel like maybe it's the both of you, or it's one person here has a strong passion for dancing, so you guys are definitely gonna go out and dance a lot is what I'm picking up here. Okay, I feel like you guys are gonna dance a lot, and then you wake up in the morning doing smoothies, a healthy breakfast, or again, kind of like where you guys are napping together as well is what I'm picking up here. Okay, because you're working very, very hard, that's why I'm seeing you guys napping here. That's why I'm seeing you guys napping a lot as well, okay? Or you might have like a different schedule, to be honest with you guys. I feel like there could be an energy where somebody here has like a different schedule, like not the normal schedule. This could be you or your true love and your future spouse, where you maybe nap during the day because you have night shifts and stuff like that, and you might be doing this together is what I'm picking up here. But you as a couple, what is happening once you guys are meeting? You're manifesting something huge. I'm talking about a car, a house. I'm talking about like a huge client. I'm talking about like, you know, meeting a celebrity. I'm talking about like, I don't know, like a huge amount of money that you only could dream of. That's what it feels like to me here. Okay, and number 3, I'm going to extend this reading now on Patreon. I just want to look at where you guys are at when it comes to your journey, like when it comes to like you guys meeting, what is happening with your true love and your future spouse. So if you're interested in that, the link is down in the description box. One last thing that I want to tell you guys is there could be a height difference between the two of you, because if you look at this card here, it's like one small hand and one big hand. So there could be an energy where your true love, oh yeah, I do see that here as well. There could be like a height difference where your true love and your future spouse might be very tall and you might be very small, or like very very short, or they're just taller than you. Like they might have like a big hand is what I'm picking up here, or very long legs or something along those lines, or you're both very tall people. I feel like it's either both of you are tall people, or there's gonna be like a height difference where one person's short, the other one is like tall, or something about like big hands is what I'm picking up here. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna go to the extended now. Again, I'm gonna look at this app, this twin flame app. We're just gonna see where you guys are at when it comes to your journey to meeting each other, and what is happening with your true love and your future spouse in this very moment. Okay, so if you are interested in that, I'm gonna see you in the extended, and if not, I'm gonna see you in my next one. Bye.